Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm Viviana and this is Loving Dog Training, where I'm all about making training positive, fun, and achievable for you and your dog. Today I'm going to show you how to teach your dog the place command and how you can apply it to different environments to keep your dog calm and focused. Whether you're working from home, you're having guests over, or you just need some quiet time at home, this command is a game changer. If you have a dog that jumps, has a hard time settling, has separation anxiety, then this is going to be the video for you and you're going to want to follow along together. Place is when your dog goes to a designated spot, like a bed, blanket, or a mat, and stays there until they are released. This can really help improve impulse control, help manage hyperactive behaviors, and can give your dog a safe place inside of the home in a stressful situation, like when a guest comes over or when the mailman shows up. My dad's a mailman. A few things that you'll need to know before we start our place training is a reward marker. A reward marker lets your dog know that they did the right thing at the right time and really helps them achieve the behavior quicker. So you'll want to say a word like yes as soon as they do the behavior. Your timing on the yes is more important than your timing to get the treat. The second thing is that you'll always want your dog to complete the behavior before you reach into your pocket to grab a treat, unless you are in the luring stage, which we'll talk about later. But I don't want you to bribe your dog by reaching into your pocket first and then asking them to do that behavior. Second, you want to pick your command word to being either place or bed. And lastly, you want to pick your release word, which is going to be that word to let them know that they can now get up. That is going to be let's go for us. You can use something like free, break, or all done if you would like. We're going to start by using the capturing method. So I want you to stand on the opposite side of the bed here, and then you can call your dog over. Come. Good. Say yes as soon as you see them put a foot on of this bed. So we're going to capture the moment that they come onto this bed. That's all we're going to start with. Then you're going to get them up with your release word. So our release word is let's go. I'm going to say that and put my hand down to the side to help him get up. Let's go. Yes, good job. You can choose to reward this or not reward it and reward the stay instead. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stand here at the bed. Yes, and reward once my dog comes over to the place bed in any form or fashion. A little bit of troubleshooting here. If you're having a little bit of difficulty getting your dog here onto the bed, what I want you to do is I want you to take a treat, take it and throw it away. Let's go. Okay, then you're going to stand on the opposite side of the bed. You're going to crouch down low and you're going to encourage your dog to come over. Come on. You're going to say yes and reward as soon as they get here on the bed, and instead of rewarding them here at the mouth, you're going to take that treat and just toss it away. Good job. Then you're barely going to bend down for this one and wait for your dog to come all the way over. Encourage them if you need to. Come on. Yes, and then reward once they're all the way on the bed. Again, you're going to reward by tossing the treat instead. Okay, this time you're going to stand fully straight up, be on the opposite side of their bed here, and say yes and reward once they are fully on the bed. And that should help you if your dog is having some difficulty coming onto their bed in those first steps. So that way you don't need to use a lure. If you do need to use the lure, I'll show you how to do it in just a second. Luring is when you have a treat in your hand here and you help guide your dog into the position that you're looking for. So I'll take a treat to my dog's mouth here and then I'll help guide them over onto the bed, bringing my hand out over the bed and saying yes and rewarding as soon as I see that they have 4 feet on the bed here. Yes, good job. I'm also going to reward that down because I really like that. Okay, now we are ready to attach a command word to the action. So our word is going to be place. I'm going to say that word as my dog is going onto their bed. Place. Then I'll say yes as soon as my dog is fully on their bed and then reward. Let's see it again here. So I'm going to move and then as I see my dog walking over to their bed, I'm going to say place, yes, and reward as soon as their butt hits the ground there. Good job. Let's go. Okay, now you're going to do this one with me. As you walk over to your dog's bed, you're going to wait and pause as you see them walking over. So I'm going to move, and then as I see my dog walking over to their bed, I'm going to say place, yes, and reward as soon as their butt hits the ground there. Good job. After doing that a few times, we can say that place command way before our dog is even walking over to the bed, and then saying yes and rewarding once they are on the bed. This will really help solidify the command word and the action seamlessly to your dog. I walk over to the bed and I say place, yes, and reward once my dog is fully on their bed. So that place command word is going to happen way before. If your dog does not go straight over to their bed once you say that place command word, give them at least 5 seconds before you repeat yourself. You don't want to look like this, place, 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 because your dog is not going to have enough time to understand what you are saying. It's going to water down your release word, and your dog will not listen to you the first time that you ask them to do something. Let's try this one more time together here. As I walk over, I say place, yes, and reward as soon as my dog lays down. All right, now your dog knows their place command word. It's time to build in some duration here. Okay, go ahead and ask your dog for place. Chicho, place. We're gonna say our yes and reward once our dog is at their bed. Okay, and then you are going to take another treat and say yes and reward again. Then you're gonna take another treat and say yes and reward again. What you're not gonna do is you're not going to be down here like this with your dog and going, yes, oh good, yes. I want you to do a lot slower movements, and I want you to stand up straight every single time that you tell your dog yes. So you'll go yes, good, then reach into your pocket, reward your dog, stand up straight, say yes, then reach into your pocket and reward. All right, you've got this. After doing this a few times here, we're gonna add in our release word. So we're gonna say our let's go, free, break, or all done. We're just gonna put our hand out to the side. If you need to, you can toss a treat out when you do this, but we're just gonna try for a hand down to the side. So hand down to my side, I'm gonna say, let's go. Yes, good job, nice job. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna ask for a place. If your dog does not listen, make sure to count to 5 seconds in your head before you repeat yourself. That way you don't water down that word. Okay, we're gonna reward our dog for going to their place. This time, if we would like to, we can do our stay command added to it if we feel our dog is ready for this. So we're gonna give a big hand signal here, and we're gonna say stay, yes, and then reward our dog. Then we're gonna make sure to come standing straight all the way up, say yes, and then reward our dog. If you feel the need to keep repeating your stay command, you can, but your release word is what's really helping your dog stay here. I don't want it to look like stay, 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 because then your dog is not going to listen to you the first time, and they're going to be really, really confused. So let's just say our release word now. Let's go. Yes, good job. Do you see how being patient and not repeating my command helps? Place. Yes. Some troubleshooting here. If your dog is getting up off their bed before you can even give a second yes and reward, and they're not responding to that stay, then I want you to have a few treats here in your hand, and you're going to do this a lot quicker than everybody else here. And then we're slowly going to make it harder and harder for your dog, but we're going to start off really nice and easy. So as soon as you ask your dog for place, you're going to say yes and reward. Then really quickly you're going to go yes and reward. Don't even let them finish that treat. Yes and reward. Good. And then give a let's go as quick as possible so that your dog does not get up until they hear that release word of the let's go. Okay, now we're going to add in a little bit of distance to this place command. So you're going to ask your dog for place. Yes, and reward once they're here. Then you're gonna say your stay command, stay, and just take a quick step back and come right back. I want you to do quick movements with your body versus something really slow like this. And I want you to face them instead of having your back turned to them and walking away. Now we're gonna repeat these actions and get a few more steps in. Stay, yes, good job. Stay, yes, good job. Stay. Yes, good job. Stay. Yes, good job. Let's see if I can just give the hand signal. Good job. Let's see if I can get a little bit further and turn my back. Yes, good job. That hand signal is a very nice reminder to them. If your dog is about to get up, get really back there quickly and say stay, and then yes and reward if they do stay on their bed. And if they get up, no problem, just lure them back on the bed or call them for their place or bed. Just help them understand that they should be staying here. If you're having a lot of difficulty, then you can leash your dog and have somebody else hold the dog. Teaching your dog place here in the kitchen is really going to help your dog understand what behavior they should be performing when you're doing things like heating up a meal in the microwave or maybe cooking a nice dinner for the family. This will help establish a routine, a habit, and a long-term behavior where your dog is cool, calm, and collected when you're making dinner, giving you the possibility to be able to do these things without being in reactive mode and feeling frustrated all the time. Okay, it is your next day of training, and this could be 2-3 days after initially training place, what place means, the place command word. So take your time getting to this position of duration, but now we're ready to work on getting your dog to stay here for longer periods of time. Okay, so if your dog has a hard time settling down, don't even worry about it. There are plenty of dogs out there that have a hard time settling down, and this is normal puppy behavior. It's just not what you quite remember with your last dog. Don't even worry about, is my dog normal? Are these normal things? Am I doing something wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. It just takes some time for your dog to be comfortable with staying put somewhere and staying relaxed. Impulse control is a big factor to this. Cheech, place. Good. Stay. Yes, good job. Okay, one other thing that you heard me do there was say good and then say yes. Good is letting the dog know that they are on the right track of finishing the behavior and getting a reward for it, but it does not mean that they're getting it right away. So it does help give a little bit of a sense of, hey, you're almost there, just do one more thing for me and I'll be able to reward that. What we're gonna do together is we're gonna ask our dog for let's go to get them up, okay? Then we're gonna ask them for place. We're gonna say good when they go over to their bed or maybe sit or something like that, but we won't say yes until they lay down on their own without us asking them to do. It is okay if it takes your dog a while. Then we're going to give our stay command, and then we're gonna say yes, 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 and keep rewarding. All right, here's our let's go. Let's go. You're gonna have no treat in your hand. Are you ready? You're gonna ask your dog for place. Place. You're gonna say good when they come up here. Good. And say yes as soon as they lay down on their own. Yes, good job. Then you're gonna say stay. Yes, and then reward. Very nice. Your stay in the beginning might look like this. It might look like stay. Yes, good job. Stay. Yes, good job. Because your dog is just not used to getting their treat and then getting another one. They're used to getting their treat, getting up, and then getting asked again for a behavior. So don't even worry about where your stay is at. You're going to see a lot of success with this as long as you are trying about 10 minutes a day would be really nice. 15 minutes might actually get them to the point where they truly fall asleep on the bed. So watch your times. The average that it takes a puppy to fall asleep here is around 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, this is duration. This is without a tether, so you could use a leash and tether to help you do that. I'm gonna show you really quickly with that, so it's a little bit of troubleshooting if your dog is getting up so often and you need to help keep them here. But we are going to do this in a nice positive way, so let's give it a try. All right, I'm going to attach a leash to my dog here. All right, once I've got that down, I'm gonna hold the leash where it is loose. So do you see this little U or this V here? Sorry, it's also got a lot of hair on it, but that's him. Anyways, I'm gonna hold it here nice and loose, and I can hold it here with my hand. I don't want you guys to do this or forcefully like step on it and like make them stay. The goal isn't for us to make them stay, it's just to hold the leash nice and loose, enough where they can like maybe like lay down and switch positions, but not enough for them to get off of the bed. That's really gonna help, so that way our dog understands that there are boundaries. When we ask them for place and we're staying here with them and rewarding, that it's not all about the rewards, the consequence is that you won't be able to get up. Now, if your dog seems like they need to use the restroom or get water, please listen to those indications. Your dog might be like really pacing back and forth and having a hard time. Your dog should not have a hard time with this, and they should only get up maybe like 1 or 2 times. I'll insert a little clip here of what it might look like with the leash tethering with a brand new puppy. We were trying it for the first time ever, and this should really help give you a little bit more of an insight, just because of course this guy is more comfortable and used to doing this. Also, using the leash is going to help make the leash really neutral and normal, not something that they should be overly excited for. This is also really going to help so that we can move on to cafe training, which is going to be our next slide here. So let's move over outside to distractions. Okay, you are ready to take this thing outside around distractions. Now, this doesn't mean that you necessarily need to be right there in front of distractions. Like, there doesn't need to be 100 people around me. It's just important that your dog is outside doing this. So you can even start this in your front yard or even in your backyard as well. There's just a lot that goes on outside. Right now there's a mongoose crossing. There's a guy barbecuing over here. There's a lot of different scents and smells, and a lot of different noises like the cars. So it's just a lot that my dog can be distracted by and have a harder time focusing on me. Yeah, nice job. As I say that, he's like, what? No, I can focus. All right, so once you get outside, you want to set up an area for your dog to have their place bed. This doesn't need to be the bed that you trained with. This could be absolutely anything, including just a blanket. Chicho. Good boy, let's go. You're going to ask for a place. Good. Yes, and reward. Perfect. Then you're going to ask for your stay. Good, and reward. Yes. Good job. Okay, we're gonna ask for our stay again. We're just gonna kind of hang out here. I've got the leash. Now, when you first get to your distraction spot like this, you might need to walk around with your dog for about 15 minutes or so. The average that I see is around 8 minutes to 15 minutes of needing to kind of walk around or just even sniff in some area. They're just not ready all the time to like right off the bat take treats and listen to you and commands and settle down. We've been walking around for just about 10 minutes or so here, so you can see he's a lot more engaged with me now. During that time, you don't want your dog to pull, but at the same time, you don't want to make it super frustrating for your dog. This is just some time to let off some steam and get them accustomed to the environment around them, so that way then you can have a really good place training once you're ready to start doing this. So once I ask my dog for place and I ask my dog to stay, I'm just going to keep rewarding him every so often. Your rewards are going to yes, stay. Ooh, there's a mongoose crossing right in front of us. Stay. If you don't know what a mongoose is, it's the cutest animal ever here in Hawaii. But yeah, it's definitely something my dog would love to chase. So he got a lot of extra rewards for that big distraction there, and you could really see it in his ears and his eyes and his mouth that he was so focused on that mongoose. Because something exciting happens or something scary happens, you want to instantly reward in those moments, and you want to increase the amount in which you reward. My rewarding can be as far as rewarding once for the stay and rewarding once before I ask him for the let's go. Our rewards are so far in between now. But when something really exciting like that happens, I'm going to reward and keep rewarding and keep rewarding and keep rewarding. So if something scary were to happen right now, I would make sure to reward my dog so that he builds a positive association to it. He doesn't find it scary and he doesn't break his place. If my dog doesn't break his place when something happens, I'm going to reward that. If I can reward beforehand, I'm going to. Now, you want to be in a good headspace when you're doing this, so it's important that you are nice, calm, and relaxed when you're doing this. And it's also important that your dog is able to perform this place behavior in the environment he's at. So if you're too close to people or other distractions, you're going to want to increase that distance. The name of the game here is patience and distance. Okay, have enough distance for your dog to be successful and have enough patience for your dog to show you that they can do this. They're probably going to get up a few times, but I promise you, if you've been working on your place training inside of the home, they are going to get this. And this is going to be a beautiful thing to see because you are going to socialize the correct way. You're not going to have a reactive dog. If you already have a reactive dog, then you're gonna help them get through this, and you're gonna really help a dog that has anxiety with other noises and other distractions outside, because you're teaching them how to emotionally regulate and how to be nice and calm on this place bed and just take in the environment as background noise instead of being alert to everything that is going on. That's what's gonna help your dog be able to be successful in public around different distractions. Good job, Vivi boy. Let's go. Yay, you did so good. Nice job. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more positive and effective dog training tips. And don't forget to check out the links in my description. I'll have all of my training programs and all of the resources that I talked about in this video down below in order to help your dog succeed. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy training!